Welcome to another episode of High Proof Ashes. I am one of your co-hosts, Jason JB Smoke, and across from me again.
I know what it is, man. No cool nickname. NCN Duran. That's what we rocking with out here.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
NCN Duran.
Yeah. Part three, baby.
Part 3. Yeah, so here we are, part 3 of the blind under 100 proof series.
Under $50.
Yep. Readily available for the most part. We're just going to get into it.
Yeah.
If you need to know the details of what we're doing here, you can go back to part 1.
Part 1. Go back to part 1.
And, give that a gander and catch up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna pick 2 of these little bottles here, little jewels or whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
And we're going to run with this. So I guess I'll go with F.
I'm going to go with A.
All right. So we're going to do A and F. And we're not really highlighting our smokes here, but we'll tell you what we're smoking. I'm doing the Espinosa Murcielago box press.
I've got a Plasencia 149. So
good cigar.
Yeah.
Kind of their budget line. Yeah. That runs about $10 or so.
I don't know exactly what I paid for it. I ain't gonna lie. Went to the lounge, picked it up. I enjoy them. So
yeah,
I bought a couple of cigars, so I don't know what I paid for this one specifically.
Yeah, I think it's $10, $12, something like that.
Sounds about right.
And this one runs like $8 or $10. But both great cigars. But we're not going to highlight these. We're just going to give them a light and move on with the blind tasting. We were having a lot of fun with this.
So far, so good, right? So recap of episode 2. We just kicked both bottles from episode 1.
We did.
Or part 1.
It was really hard to pick between them, and we just both felt that
they were just better than
they were.
Yeah.
And so why not just let those come forward and kick the first 2 out?
Again, the benefits of it being our podcast. So,
I mean, the rules are, we're obviously going to have a winning bottle, but
yes.
I mean, at the end of the day, they're going to be kind of sort of ranked, I guess, but I don't know that it matters, between 5 and 6.
No, not at this
7,
point,
right?
man. Honestly, at this point, we're just figuring out what we like the most, right? So this is all our opinion.
Of course.
You may differ from us completely, right? This is totally us just saying this is what we like. So,
well, I think something interesting that we found out on the previous part was that we might have been sleeping on these bottles a little bit.
For sure.
And
for sure. I don't disagree.
They were super flavorful and one that we could definitely sit down and enjoy. And it's not a high proofer.
Yeah.
So none of these are high proofers. They're between 84 and 94.
Yep. I'm just curious to find out what the bottles are.
What's what, right?
What's what?
That's the fun part of the blind.
A couple of them jumped out at me, and I was like, "Whoa!" So we'll see how it goes from here. We'll see how it goes from here.
If you've never been part of a blind before, one of the we've done a few here recently for the first time, honestly. And one of the things that I have found out is it just gets rid of any preconceptions that you have.
Yeah, the things that you thought.
Knowing what the bottle is, you have a preconception.
Yes, absolutely. Don't disagree.
Not knowing, I mean, this little bottle is 1 of 8. And so that's, man, the odds of guessing that pretty low.
Damn, that's good.
God, I love the cigar. Love it.
All right.
Which one? I guess let's do A first.
Dum dum dum.
So, just kind of another recap here. Being that they're low proofers and that we're not doing this as a tasting, we're kind of sitting with these like we would normally on an episode. So that these are pretty decent pours. And we're kind of sitting on them for a good,
we're letting them marinate
yeah.
and really taking our time figuring out which one we like, right? Yeah. So, I think both of us got a little heavier than normal.
We did.
You'll notice, I think, that the series is in one day.
Ooh,
But
that's got a little something on it.
uh-oh. Ooh.
Right?
Okay, so now I'm questioning.
Got a little something on it, doesn't it? All right, what is that? A, you said, right? Yeah, A.
Ooh. Man, like that one gives the nostrils a little
It's a
workout.
little punchy, isn't it?
Man, okay.
Okay, let's give it a go. A little rough around the edges in that one.
Woo. Man, like you're rethinking a bottle, ain't you?
I am.
You're rethinking what it is. Like,
Yeah.
Well,
I'm gonna write it down, but yeah, that one's a little rough. Definitely not smooth or refined or anything like that. Not gonna say it's young, but it's younger. And
so now looking back at my previous notes, right? Like, so I said A was Smoke Wagon or Elijah Craig.
I think that's this one. I think this one is.
So I think
this is the other one.
I think A might have been Elijah Craig because it's a little more refined than the Smoke Wagon. I think this might be the Smoke Wagon.
See, and I'm actually the other way.
You think it might be
I
Elijah
think
Craig?
this might be the Elijah and the other, but I'm not sure. Like I wrote Elijah or Smoke Wagon.
Do we know? Like, we have no idea what the age statement is.
No, we'd have to look that one up, but
It's both of these, the Elijah Craig and the Smoke Wagon, are very close in proof. This is 94. That's 92.5.
okay.
They're both two of the highest that are out here.
Okay. Interesting.
And this drinks like it's higher proof.
This drinks like it's over 100 proof.
Yeah.
It's proofy. The flavors are muted because of the proof. The proofiness that I'm getting.
Least favorite of everything I've had so far.
I mean, it's down there for sure.
Least favorite.
This is in the bottom. I don't enjoy the.
And of course, we got like heavier pours on this.
We got no right. Just so happens. Yeah, that man. Okay.
I'm gonna give it a sec. I'm gonna let it sit.
Yeah,
in the
we're
glass.
gonna let this one marinate because I remember, whatever that first one was that. Here, let me go back. That was H. Like as it sat in the glass,
it mellowed a little.
It mellowed out and became quite much more enjoyable. Like I wrote that H was hot on the back end, that went away. This is like hot all the way through.
Like it was distinctively like rough.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that one, man.
So far, this one might be my least favorite.
Yeah, I know for a fact out of everything we've had.
Watch this be the Smoke Wagon, which is in my decanter. What does that Smoke Wagon normally run? Like 30 something?
I want to say 35, 40,
Okay.
something like that. 35, 40 bucks. It's on the nose too.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not just when you take a sip, it's on the nose.
You might be right. That might be the Smoke Wagon.
And I can't pick out anything distinctive. Like
in the flavor.
It's not a sweetness. It's not a, it's just rough.
It tastes like just a regular old bourbon, but it's rough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I'm not getting any.
And I would think that Elijah Craig.
You should hope, right?
As long as they've been around, it'd be a little bit more refined, right? Like, because we're talking about one of the big distillers. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Heaven Hill it's a monster.
Right. Yeah. I'm gonna say that excuse me, that this one's a smoke wagon and that other one
So surprisingly,
is the
like,
Elijah.
I didn't think we talked about it in the first episode, and I said like we should pit them against each other. I didn't think I would have so many,
The differences,
right, like the differences, right? So now
they're
I'm thinking like
noticeable.
I know I don't want this in the top four.
Right. It's noticeable.
Whatever it is, I don't want it in the top four.
Yeah. Like we were gonna do tournament style, but I think we were like, no. Like the second two definitely outwin the first two.
Yeah, but now
This one is
I
bottom
could take
four.
one of the first two and not have this.
Yes. Yeah. This one might be the worst so far. Just
Yeah.
from
I don't think it's a might.
so far. Oh, I went out already.
Yeah, like there's a lingering taste that I don't like either. Like it's sticking around. Like the last two we did, I wanted to go back to my glass. Right now I'm thinking like,
I have to power through this.
yeah. Honestly, it's to the point like realistically, I dislike it so much in comparison to everything else we've had. Not saying it's bad, right? Like I don't, as a one off, I could drink it. Like it's not that it's not enjoyable, just in comparison to everything else we've had. Like
So far, right?
I wouldn't
Yeah,
pick it up if everything else was available.
This is definitely near the bottom of the list,
Yeah,
if not the bottom so far.
like I haven't spit anything yet, but this might be the one. Like I might toss it. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. All right, so it's mellowing as it sits in the glass.
I'm gonna leave it for a sec, then go back to it.
Yeah, let's let that marry down there.
But I'm not gonna lie, like we've had a few pours, and I'm trying to stay in a good place. If I don't have to drink one, I won't. And right now, not feeling that one. Like we're outside, so I might toss
I was
it.
gonna say, are we gonna toss this?
I might toss it. Like being completely honest, like it's so far of everything we've had, it's rough, bro. Like, and it's not enjoyable.
Right. You know, it's funny. In the first part, you were talking about how like I'm not going to be able to remember 1 versus 8 and be able to rank them, but I feel like I could. We've had 5 now. Yeah. I feel like I could rank the 5.
I could rank the 5. This is bottom. This is 5.
Yeah, this is probably 5. Yeah,
this is 5. D and G, I would go. I don't know which one would be 1 or 2 for me at this very moment.
Yeah, that one's pretty rough.
Like I would have to go back to those 2 to say which one is 1 or 2. Yeah. But those are the top 2. So D and G are top 2.
Yeah, definitely. I agree.
Then I would go C.
Yep.
H.
So for me, I think C's again. I still say C's better than H.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. So D, G are 1 and 2. C is 3.
Right.
H and then is 4.
And then this one.
And then this one.
A. Yeah.
A is a no-brainer. Like I'm out.
Yep. I'm totally with you. And then what we were saying, D and G. That one's rough to try to pick because like that flavor explosion you get with D. Yeah. I'd probably pick G just because it's so much more like versatile. Yeah. Like I said.
But see, very, and again, versatile. So for me, I know we said like it's you're gonna buy one of the 2.
Right.
Right.
Yes.
In this setting where we're talking about listing them in order,
I'd buy them both.
On one day D might be the one for me, and the next day G might be the one for me. Like realistically.
Yeah. All right.
So I'm gonna give it I'm gonna smoke my cigar, have some conversation, and then I'm gonna go back to A, and see if it makes me think about it again. Tell you what, we picked some cigars this time, though, man. For the price point, these are Pretty
Yeah,
good.
this is a really great cigar. If you've not had the Murcielago or that 149, like these are great cigars, guys. For the price, like it's hard to beat it.
Yeah, because like you said, I bought two. I want to say, so I bought this and a Chabu. So I know the Chabu is like 13, right?
Yep.
My total was like $28 with tax.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Yeah, so that's I think like
10, 11,
12, 11, yeah, something like that.
something like that with tax. So, you know, let's get the nose here.
See if you get something
Yeah,
different, man.
so
It definitely mellowed out.
yeah,
on
but
the
it's
nose.
still like on the nose, it's still in comparison to everything else. I mean, I don't have much of a pour left.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, I don't
It's
need
just
any more of that.
it's just rough. Toss it.
Yeah, man. I'm with it.
Toss it.
All right. You gotta go. You gotta go.
Man, that's saying something.
It's not. It's really
Like-
not. Right. So I don't want to say like it's awful because it wasn't.
It wasn't awful. We've had awful.
We've had awful. The problem is for what we've had so far, I don't want to drink that.
Like we were so impressed with those second two.
Those last two we just did. That
like-
one just.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Sorry.
I mean, hey, we're gonna find out what it is. I hope it's not something we love. I hope it's not like
I hope it's not your decanter.
I know, right? Well, it might be. But again, like, so what we were just having, is that decanter worthy? Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. I mean, any of these are decanter worthy. So, like, we're just saying that we just
Like
didn't
if I had
enjoy
a
that one.
if I had a friend come over to the house that doesn't drink bourbon,
Yeah,
I would be okay with drinking that and giving it to them
Yeah.
and saying, "Hey, like,
it wasn't terrible.
Yeah.
It just didn't stack up to
what we're doing."
everything else that we've
Yeah.
done.
I agree. Try to rinse this off my
I know, right?
taste buds. Man, okay. Definitive last as of right now.
Yeah, I already wrote that down.
All right, pour it up, man. We're going to F.
Yep. Yeah, so go ahead and move that one in the back. You can put that one way in the back.
Way in the back, right? Like, gots to get up out of here. I'm going to try to be a little more purposeful with our pours this time. We poured a lot of that last one. Of course, it was the least favorite, right?
All right. I mean, it's just, of course it was. Oh, that one's way better on the nose.
All right. Yeah.
That's way better on the aroma.
I may not have done enough of this one.
Yeah, you did a little pour on that one. Mm. I like that.
Definitely better than,
Way better.
but not more than everything else.
Not more than them two. Them two are still up there. But better than the first two, I think.
Maybe not C. Maybe not C.
Okay. I'm going to let that one sit for a minute.
I got to pour a little more. Like,
You got a teeny pour.
yeah, like, Screw that up.
Like I keep every time we, smell and taste, I can't help but think about which one is this.
Yeah.
And
I don't have a clue on
that
this.
one. I'm confused. Yeah, I'm not sure what that one is.
It's not Woodford.
Mm-mm.
It's not Woodford.
Mm-mm. And it's not the Eagle Rare.
No.
And so
Minkters.
maybe
Minkters.
the Michters. Possible. It's possible.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
It might be that 1792. Didn't we think that was
We
that
thought 1792 was somewhere else on the list.
C? We thought that was C.
But that's also another bottle that I don't.
Yeah, me neither. Like I don't know that I would recognize the 1792.
Yeah.
When I'm thinking of the 1792, I'm thinking of the full proof, just lower proof.
Mm-hmm. And that's not going to work because the full proof and the small batch taste.
Are they that different?
I think so.
Okay. I just figured the small batch was
like the proof on the full proof, like
it's like 125.
Yeah.
Like but I thought the small batch was just proof down, like full proof down.
But the proof at 125, like
versus whatever 90.
Like that's night and day. Nuances 94. Are going to come out completely different.
Okay. I haven't even wrote anything about this one yet. I'm a little confused with this one.
I don't know what to even think. Like realistically, realistically, no clue. I can tell you what I don't believe it is. Right? I don't believe it's the Russells. I don't believe it's the Eagle Rare. Nope. I don't believe it's the Smoke Wagon. Don't believe it's the Elijah Craig
or the Woodford
or
the Evan Williams.
I don't have enough experience with the Evan Williams.
So I'm left with the Michters.
I think it's Minkters or 1792.
Yes.
But I lean more towards the Minkters.
It's one I feel like I should recognize it.
You should, because you like it.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's half gone. Like
that's your joint.
But the one that I thought was a 1792 was definitely not recognizable. So I think I'm with you. I think this one is the Michters.
But it's an easy A is out, F is the winner. Like if we're comparing the two, A is just done. Like it's bottom. Like it's straight up off the list. Like
it's last place right now.
Yeah, it's dead last.
So
if we're only taking the top four, you've got DG, C, and F as what I've got as 4 right now. So the question being, of the next two, what do I knock off the list?
Mm-hmm.
Right? D, G, C, F is the list right now. In that order for me. D, G, C, F. I think that's the way I'm going to go. Actually, I'm going to go G, D.
All right,
G, D, C, F.
So for me, I agree with you. A is the winner here. F is very much middle ground.
No, F is the winner.
I mean, I'm sorry. You're right. Yes.
F is the winner.
No, A is one. Yeah.
A is off the.
A is gone.
It's bottom.
Yeah.
It won't make the top 4 for sure.
No. So F is definitely the winner here, and out of everything, I feel like F is just kind of it's probably going to end up in the middle.
Yeah.
Because what I wrote down is that nothing sticks out.
No, so it's literally right now where we're at is GDC. Because F could be knocked off by the last 2 bottles.
It could, yeah.
Because we don't know what they are.
Right.
And we don't know how they taste. So, GDC is my top 3 at this point. F is carrying 4th place.
Mm-hmm. H and then A.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Like for me, D and G are tied first.
Yeah, it's like 1 and 1A.
Yeah, it's hard for me to pick between those two.
Like I said, my mood might swing, and I might be like, nah, I'm feeling this one today and the other one tomorrow.
Right. Are you having better luck with that cigar than your previous
Absolutely.
one? Okay.
Like,
Placencia,
smoke production, much better.
Yeah, I mean, Placencia, they've been doing it for
a
long time.
The truth of the matter is A was so bad that I didn't put my cigar down. When we did D and G, I enjoyed those so much I laid the cigar down and really jumped into the bourbons.
Mm-hmm.
F is cool, but it ain't D and G.
Again, I think F is going to end up somewhere in the middle for me.
Realistically, right now, D and G
it's up there.
They lead in the pack.
There. I'm very curious what those two are.
Yeah, man.
Like super curious. Especially, what is it? G? Yeah, G. I am really curious.
One of the two is Russell's.
Like
D or G is Russell's.
So I put Russell's down for G.
I did too.
And I put the Evans down for D.
I don't know Evans, so I can't.
Yeah, I know.
But I think I put G as Russell's, but D or G for me could be Russell's because of the sweetness I got from both.
Yeah.
I think G more because it
packed that flavor punch.
Yeah, like the flavor punch really jumped out. 10 years old, you know what I'm saying? Like all of those type of things.
Right.
Like,
I don't know. We'll see. That's the fun of doing the blind. We get rid of all preconceptions. It's all on flavor and aroma and, all that kind of stuff.
Like F is good. It's just not, it's not what I want.
Right. It's not lacking. It's just, it's so average.
Yeah.
For me. I wrote down that nothing sticks out. It's mellow. It's just middle ground.
But I'm not trying to be rude, but like that kind of describes Minkers. Like
it kind of does.
Right?
Yeah.
Like,
it's a middle of the road.
You're not going to be disappointed, but you're not going to be blown away.
That's right.
But it's still refined enough that it's an enjoyable pour.
Yep.
You won't, like be upset that you had it.
Nope. And it, yeah. So. Michter's, is a regular pour for me.
Yeah.
Like, even though I'm sitting here saying that I think this is Michter's and whatever we're having is middle ground, it's still a regular pour for me, so even middle ground is one of those like.
So what I think is going to happen from this is Minkers, when we find out what D and G are, you're going to push it to the back and go more to those
probably
in the future.
And I know I will. Like that's the fun part of doing this because, again, with all those preconceptions gone, you're going to find out which one you actually like.
And what are we going to do if D and G are like Elijah Craig and Smoke Wagon?
I'm buying the shit out of them.
Yeah, like I'm buying.
He's got cases.
Yeah,
he's got.
Like let me get those.
Let me go get those. They're $25.
Let me get those.
Come on. And then the Elijah Craig wouldn't surprise me because I love the barrel proof Elijah Craig. Yeah.
But I've always thought, until I had the barrel proof of Elijah Craig, I always thought Elijah Craig was just really rough around the edges. Like it had a bite that I wasn't a fan of.
Right.
But I also feel the same way about Smoke Wagon.
Yes.
Right?
Like the regular Smoke Wagon.
The regular Smoke Wagon. Even though I enjoy Smoke Wagon and I go to it often, not as often as you would think.
Sorry, when we were talking about the over 100 proof, the uncut.
The uncut, the younger?
Uncut, the younger is over 100 proof.
Love it.
And it's in regular production. It's not a batch. It's like $40.
So
it qualifies.
There's only one liquor store that I remember finding it at though, because I've looked at other stores.
What?
I only remember ever seeing it at Red Hot.
What? Oh, I've seen it other places.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, places that carry Smoke Wagon, they carry the uncut, the younger, and the regular uncut.
Yeah, that's one of ours that like we really enjoy.
I love the uncut, the younger.
Yeah. Because we tried the uncut and unfiltered and was like,
buddy.
It's dirty.
It's dirty.
It's dirty. It's dirty.
See, the caramel is coming out as this sits in the glass. And I love that we're doing this, blind tasting thing over a longer period.
Because we get to sit with them.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, exactly. And we all know that the flavors change as it sits in the glass. The aromas change. But still nothing jumps out.
Nothing fancy.
Yeah.
So if you're wondering why I'm like swishing it around so much, that's a Kentucky Chew. I know we've said it before, but like I'm trying to hit every portion of my palate, right? So like the tongue has 4 distinctive places that, pick up flavors. I'm trying to hit all of those and see if I pick up different things. I'm not disappointed in this.
No.
I would still rather have the others.
Yeah. Like I kind of hope it's the Michter's because it's enjoyable
Yeah.
and the Michter's is something that I go to regularly. Um, and you know, it's some places it's allocated, but most places it's not.
Right.
Most places it's just on the shelf.
Yeah. And you know what? I think it is the Minkers. That sour mash build, you know, like it's different from everything else we've had,
Mm-hmm.
right? So, and that's what the Minkers should be.
Right.
We'll see.
I'm actually a little surprised how different they've been.
Yeah.
I know that there are 8 different distilleries, but I was kind of expecting them to be somewhat similar
So the last
and
blind we did was much more similar
much more.
than this.
Like the
These have
Granddad,
all been distinctively
they're
different.
very distinctively different. So I'm a little surprised about that. I thought they would be somewhat close and that we wouldn't be able to kind of like pick out the bottle.
Well, I'm glad we did it because it brings me back to a place of I don't have to drink high proof. There are things out there that taste very good that are not high proof.
Well, and this collection is really great for someone starting.
Yeah.
Like this is a great place.
You can go to the store and get all of these bottles under $50, right? We were just talking, starting a bourbon collection
for under $300. This is
bang. So
I mean, honestly, you could probably get this for what?
This is 400.
It might be a bit over 300.
1, 2, 3. That's on average with tax, you're gonna pay.
This is close to 300. It might be a little bit over.
It's a little over.
It might be a little bit.
It's a little over.
Might be a little bit.
Right, because you're gonna get the smoke wagon. If you don't find the smoke wagon on sale, it's $40.
So besides the Eagle Rare and the Russells, we're under 40 on everything.
Yeah.
Right. So
but once you add tax, so 3, 6, 9, 12,
so you're
15,
at like,
18, 21.
So maybe 350.
350 with the tax.
Yeah.
So and again, I don't think if you're starting a bourbon collection, I think this is pretty phenomenal. Like this is a spread that you can't go wrong with.
Well, and what this does is you taste these and you figure out the distilleries you like and the ones you don't particularly care for.
Yeah.
Right. And you kind of stay away from those.
Yeah.
Right. And because there's roughly a dozen or so that make pretty much everything.
Yeah.
And so, we're highlighting 8 right here, but it's a good start.
We haven't called one Eagle Rare yet.
We haven't what?
We haven't said one is Eagle Rare.
Eagle Rare hasn't jumped out at me yet, and we only have 2 left.
But
Woodford hasn't jumped out at me either.
No. But like the Eagle Rare, it's refined, middle ground. I don't think it's special. I don't think it's bad.
Right. It is a mellow, aged, refined, balanced, but not a lot of flavor. And I haven't gotten that yet. This one's close.
It's close. That's why now I'm going.
This one's close.
That's why now I'm going. Maybe.
Like so. All right. So when we have the other 2, I feel we're going to go back and be like, okay, I did. These 2 didn't give me Eagle Rare, so this one's probably Eagle Rare.
Right.
Which means the Michter's is something else. But it's possible that this one is Eagle Rare. Let me write that down. Because I feel that way about Eagle Rare. Like for me, it's middle ground.
Yeah, but I also think Michter's falls into that same space.
No, I agree. Michter's is totally middle ground.
And I feel like Woodford is muted.
Yeah, the regular Woodford for me, it just falls flat.
Yeah,
I hate to say it, but it's not a bad pour. It's just
I feel like this is too flavorful to be the Woodford.
I agree,
and we haven't picked it out of the pack yet.
Nothing has had that muted flavor just yet that I'm expecting from the Woodford.
See, kinda did.
Did it?
Kinda. It wasn't packed full of flavor. C was not packed full of flavor.
Yeah, you're right. I said that it was a light taste. It's possible that that one was the Woodford. No heat, floral, light taste, caramel. It might be the Woodford. Yeah. Okay. All right. We'll see.
I don't drink 1792 enough.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
So there are a couple of bottles that like I'm not gonna know.
But I feel like the Woodford, again, the flavors aren't going to jump out.
Right.
Like, unfortunately, I feel the Eagle Rare and the Woodford, to me, both are muted, like you said, and I'm waiting for that, and I haven't really gotten it yet. But is E and B Eagle Rare and Woodford? Guess we'll find out, right? Next part.
This is fun, man. Like this, and it's difficult. Yeah. I didn't think it would be this difficult.
Like, it's not difficult to rank them.
No.
But it's difficult to try to figure out
which one is which.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's been hard. Like, so that's a good pour. Like, I don't hate it.
So on the nose just now, like when I was bringing it up, I got some green apple on this.
Okay.
Okay. Well, we know for a fact that like F1. So just to recap, we've got GDCF. Those are our top 4 at the moment. We have no clue what's what.
Nope.
But so far, we know at least those are the top 4 for the moment. Time check. 3 minutes left.
All right. I mean, I'd say let's wrap it up and
just ride to the next one, right?
We'll ride to the next one. Yeah.
All right. Well, y'all know what it is. Another episode of High Proof Ashes.
Yep.
Listen, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. That felt like cringy. It felt cringy when I just said it.
It felt a little desperate.
It felt desperate, like, But yes, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that little bell so that you get notifications when we drop new content, man. We're out here having fun, living a life.
Yeah, man, having a lot of fun.
It's a beautiful day out. But on to the next one. Put some smoke in the air. I am no cool nickname NCN Duran.
Absolutely.
My co-host
Jason JB Smoke. We'll see you on part 4.
Yes, sir.
Let's do it.